Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, KSI is officially done. I mean, done as in cooked. Your beloved YouTuber turned boxer turned music man turned what now? A meme? Yeah, left in the dust by none other than his own crew, the Sidemen.
I think it's a good song. I think it's a good catchy song. And people just want to take the piss because I went, the Lord Savior Dan.
Do you not think that you couldn't accidentally have made a funny song?
Well, I wasn't trying to make a funny song.
You weren't trying to,
I
but
was
you
literally
accidentally
trying
did.
to make a song about my life.
But is the song funny outside of the context?
It's not funny.
KSI, once the king of YouTube, is now being roasted, dragged, and absolutely shredded by his own boys. I'm talking about betrayal on a Shakespearean level here, people. This is the kind of stuff that sells headlines, and KSI, he's at the center of it, holding an L like it's his new favorite accessory. So first things first, let's talk about this track that has somehow shot the influencer to a whopping 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And as if that wasn't enough to make your head spin, even Drake himself is backing this anthem.
For him to even put the song on his reel, that is huge. Like, for me, I just couldn't believe it. I was there like, what the hell? Well, to be honest, I didn't actually know.
But before we unpack how he got there, let's address the elephant in the room, his Sidemen. Oh, you thought this was just some random group of YouTubers? Think again. The Sidemen are more than just a crew. They've been the backbone of KSI's journey to stardom. Formed back in 2013, they didn't just make videos together, they made an empire. They went from being a handful of UK gamers to becoming one of the most dominant and influential content groups on YouTube. But here's the catch. The higher you climb, the harder the crash. And right now, it looks like KSI is heading straight for a downfall, hard and fast. But who exactly are the Sidemen, and why should you care? Well, for starters, these aren't just any 6 YouTubers hanging around KSI, they are his closest friends, or at least they were. Let's break it down. Simon, also known as Mini Minner, has been KSI's right-hand man for years, his best mate through thick and thin. But lately, even Simon's been throwing some shade. You can almost feel the tension as he jokes at KSI's expense, like it's all fun and games, until it's not. Then there's Josh, aka Zerka, the unspoken leader of the group. He's always been the calm, level-headed one, keeping things together. But word on the street, Josh is growing tired of KSI and his solo ventures. The frustration's seeping through, and you can't help but wonder if their bond is cracking. Now let's talk about Vic, or Vicstar123, the brainy one, always on the receiving end of KSI's roasts. But here's the twist, Vic isn't playing that game anymore. His patience, long gone. He's no longer content being the Sidemen's punching bag. Ethan, better known as Bazinga, is the Sidemen's ultimate transformation story. He went from being the quiet, chubby guy to a fitness powerhouse. But his glow up wasn't just physical. Ethan's confidence has skyrocketed, and so have his digs at KSI. Lately, those playful jabs have felt a little too sharp to be just friendly banter. And then there's Toby, or TBJZL, the group's most chilled and drama-averse member. He's the guy who always stayed out of the mess, the peaceful soul. But even Toby's patience has its limits, and it seems like KSI's behavior has finally pushed him to the brink. Could Toby be done with all the chaos too? Finally, we've got Harry, or W2S, according to his YouTube handle. Harry is the wild card, famous for his brutal disses toward KSI. Harry's insults have always been savage, but recently, they've landed with a little too much sting. It's like he knows exactly where to hit KSI where it hurts most. Now, the Sidemen have always been about banter. That's their brand, right? But lately, something feels off. The jokes don't feel as lighthearted, the digs seem a bit more personal, and the camaraderie? Well, let's just say it's starting to look more like cracks in the foundation. KSI dropped thick of it that he hyped up like it was gonna change the entire music game, like it was the second coming of a Billboard chart topper.
Hey, I'm gonna perform one of my new songs.
Cool.
Okay. I mean, let's make it weird. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KSI. How we all doing? If you don't know, my song with Trippie Redd, Thick of It, is out. Now, I know a lot of people have been enjoying the song and have been making some funny TikToks.
The man was acting like this was the anthem we never knew we needed, but then, bam, it hit the internet like a lead balloon. Not just a flop, a full-blown disaster. The backlash was so savage, it's like the entire internet took turns body slamming his ego into the ground. A colossal L. I'm not even bluffing when I say the entire internet internet turned this song into a meme within seconds. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Everyone was dunking on it. And you know who really threw JJ under the bus? Yep, you guessed it, his homies. This whole mess started with KSI clapping back at Dan T DM on Twitter, and somehow he's still going on about it a month later.
These two people.
That's KSI, and I don't know who he is.
That is Sidemen, and that is Ninja.
That's KSI, and I don't know who that is.
KSI, I know that is.
KSI, and
Dan TDM.
Dan T.
KSI.
That is the prime dude. That is Dan TDM.
KSI and Dan TDM. Nice.
The irony? KSI made fun of Dan in his response video, but look at him now. He's getting memed into oblivion. He came at Dan for selling stuff just for cash, but then he goes and reacts exactly like that when the internet, including his own brother, starts trolling him. And now, it's not just the internet, but even people like Conor McGregor, iShowSpeed, Jake Paul, Aiden Ross, and his friends have jumped on the train. It's a meme fest.
Any messages for KSI?
I'll fight him for that bullshit song he released alone. I'll fight him for that song.
You gotta know when to quit. KSI needs to know when to quit. Like, he needs to quit music. And
at this point, KSI's latest song has basically become meme fuel for netizens. And oh, remember that NFT scam KSI tried to pull? Yeah, that was when the Sidemen first demolished him. Vicstar called it a scam, but KSI still wanted in, even though the others weren't on board.
NFTs.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
This was KSI in his KSI crypto era, and we got this big shiny presentation for the Sidemen NFTs, one of 10,000.
Wow.
And NFT projects, especially back then, were like, launch the NFT project, make $20 million that day. What happens afterwards, everyone should make money, but if they don't, who cares? You make.
They saw right through that BS real quick. Vic, being the voice of reason, called it out for what it was. A straight up scam that would rob their fans blind while the Sidemen made millions. But JJ? Nah, JJ didn't care. He was fully on board with it.
And like, JJ thought it was the best idea. And then the other guys were like unsure. And I was like, I will not let this happen. So I had to like do a detailed breakdown of every reason why I thought it was.
And that's where things took another turn for the worse. The Sidemen basically saved JJ from destroying his entire career by shutting that idea down before it could take off. KSI was about to become the NFT villain of YouTube, but his boys stepped in to save the day. Imagine needing your friends to save you from yourself. That's where JJ's at right now. Now let's talk about this epic clip. The Sidemen were seated for what was supposed to be a supportive listen to their friend's new track. But no, they hit play, and less than 10 seconds in, Simon's face already said it all. Pain. Harry? Bro couldn't hold back his laughter. Ethan? My guy was wheezing like he just ran a marathon. And JJ? Well, our man KSI was sitting there with that awkward smile. The one you wear when you know your friends are about to laugh at you, but you're praying they don't go too hard. The Sidemen didn't just chuckle at the song, they tore it apart. This isn't just a casual roast, folks. We're witnessing a full-blown drag session. The Sidemen are targeting KSI, completely fed up, and calling him out.
Yeah, I thought today was an absolute smash.
Yeah, we went from the train to the car to the ball ring. To the ring.
Yeah.
Where's my bling?
Yep, cool.
JJ is getting clowned by the very people who are supposed to have his back. How are you gonna take that many L's in one sitting, my guy?
Listen, you idolized Drake for so long. He's now posted your song in his thing. And he was like, yeah, I guess. That was his response. Because he was burning.
We got the train home, like Josh said, from Dublin.
And if you think they were just joking, take a look at this.
Yeah. Amazing. If you look at the song credits, like 8 people wrote that shit.
Yeah, but there's producers, mixers.
I'm just saying it to wind you up.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great song, man.
Thanks, Stephen.
To be fair, he's never ringed me. Yeah, you never rung me.
I've definitely rung you before.
Oh, Jesus. It's him. He's threatening to release it. It's him.
Stop it. Get some help.
Ethan threw KSI into the fire with, "Did you go pen? Like, prison, bro." He was out there making KSI's song sound like the soundtrack to a prison break. The banter was so ruthless that even JJ couldn't defend himself. He tried, y'all. Oh, but you thought the song was the only L. Think again. The flop train has no brakes. KSI decided to still keep it rolling with his genius business idea, Lunchly. Yep, KSI thought it was a good idea to team up with Logan Paul and Mr. Beast to drop lunch snacks. What even is Lunchly? Spoiler, overpriced garbage. The internet saw through it in 2.5 seconds. And the Sidemen? Bro, they let KSI have it on this one too. Josh went straight for the jugular, addressing a statement that claimed the boys hate JJ because he does his own shit and they have to pick up the Sidemen slack.
To pick up the Sidemen slack. We have got to do that, but we don't hate him for it. He's out doing side quests. They're very, very large side quests. And we have accountability, we have all these systems set up in what we do. It's just one of those things. At the end of the day, he's KSI, you know?
Oops, and there it is, the beginning of the end. This man Josh basically said KSI has been slacking, and the rest of the boys are tired of covering for him. How do you let your business and your friends down at the same time? Ain't that a double whammy of failure? But guess what KSI said to defend himself? Nothing substantial. Man just sat there, soaking up the backlash like a confused sponge, realizing he's the only one who thinks this Lunchly shit or his new song is gonna succeed. The Sidemen have thrown in the towel on KSI and he's out here fumbling bag after bag. Aiden Ross found the whole thing hilarious, saying the song didn't hit at first, but now it's so bad it's good. Speed trolled KSI so hard pretending to like his song, then hit him with, "Yo, quit music, bro." Even Deji had to unsub from KSI's channel after roasting him. Still think KSI is the victim here? Alright, let me walk you through a different perspective on why the Sidemen can't stand him. We all know Vic, right? The sweet, innocent member of the Sidemen who wouldn't even dream of harming a fly. Well, believe it or not, KSI managed to push him to his absolute breaking point.
Have you ever hated one of
Vic had recently undergone surgery. He's in significant pain, with metal plates inserted into his body, making it difficult for him to even move. And what does JJ or KSI decide to do in this situation? He recklessly steps on the gas pedal while Vic is sitting there, utterly helpless in the passenger seat. It's like a scene straight out of Fast and Furious, but with the terrifying reality of having his friends and his life at serious risk.
So I get in the back of his car, all of us are going to Nando's, and he's driving down the road outside our house, and he decides to accelerate and then do this and this and this. And one day after surgery, my shoulder is smashing into the window. The thing is, right, you get in the car with JJ with a week.
Vic didn't hold back his feelings. He openly stated that's why he kinda hates him, even if it was delivered with a hint of humor. We all know that every joke carries a kernel of truth, and you could hear the frustration in Vic's voice. He's had enough of KSI's reckless antics. You simply can't pull off stunts like that when your friend is fresh out of surgery, man. This isn't a Marvel movie where Vic can suddenly transform into the Hulk and himself.
Go in and poke on Vic's broken collarbone.
You alright? What's up?
No.
Why?
So, yeah, Vic is subtly sending out a message to everyone, suggesting that KSI may not be that great of a friend after all. And honestly, that realization might be the most painful one yet. But here's the ultimate slap in the face. KSI thought the roasting was over? Wrong. The internet went even further and created a full-on parody of Thick of It. They took every cringy part of the song and turned it into a meme fest. The parody may be fun, but it hits way harder than the original. It highlights the ridiculousness of KSI's fame, pokes fun at the internet drama, and delivers sharp, self-aware humor, something KSI's song seriously lacks. His track is filled with lazy bragging and tired metaphors, making it feel like a weak effort, which is exactly why fans are tearing it apart. This parody turns things around, making it funny, relatable, and refreshingly self-deprecating. Everything KSI's music desperately needs. The backlash he's getting, especially with his friends roasting him, is well deserved. It's funny how he criticizes others but can't handle it when the tables turn, and now he's spiraling out of control. What do you think? Do you agree with how KSI is being treated, or do you think he deserves a break? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to Curious, and hit that notification bell for more great content.